Today, we are going to be looking at board revival cards. I mean, did you lose your board? Did you lose your creatures, enchantments, artifacts? Well, guess what? These cards are going to help bring that board back to life. We're going to start off with Steve Cooper's Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. It's a 7-mana legendary sorcery. This means there's a little clause on it. You may cast a legendary sorcery only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. All right, legends stick with legends. Legends don't cast legendary sorceries without their, without their say. Return all legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's going to be an absolutely legendary time for them, I tell you what. Okay, next up, we got Beanpot with a Recurring Nightmare. Not to mention, some of these cards could be good for bringing back, what's it called? Bringing back a board you milled into the graveyard. Recurring Nightmare, 3-mana enchantment, sack a creature, return Recurring Nightmare to its owner's hand, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Toladuck with Liliana Deathwielder. Ideally, we see the cards where you bring back a bunch of stuff that would be very original. Was it Deathwielder? So many death, untouched by death. Death by Mage. So many Liliana Death cards. 7-mana, 5 loyalty. +2. Put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Then there's -3. Destroy target creature with a -1/-1 counter on it. I see. Becomes a target, does it? But then we got -10. Return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. All of them. If you somehow lost it. Or if you accidentally put it there. You misplaced your board into your graveyard. Now, some players, they misplace all their creatures into the graveyard. All right, let's pop a super chat off. All Hallows Eve. Ah, yes, the classic, the original Living End. 4 mana. It's a weird sorcery. Exile it with 2 scream counters on it. It's also an original suspend card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if All Hallows Eve is exiled with a scream counter on it, remove a scream counter from it. If there are no more scream counters on it, put it into your graveyard. And each player does the old switcheroo, returns all creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, what happens? Puts into your graveyard. Each player returns all creature cards from the graveyard. Oh, it doesn't swap. It's just bring it back. Each player returns all creature cards. I thought it was like Living End, that it swapped them. No, I'm completely wrong. Bryce with Lifeline. Sounds like a life gain card. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard and a creature is in play, return that creature. I'll absolutely take that. Return that creature from your graveyard to play at end of turn. Maybe the ultimate board revival card. You can't keep a good card down. No matter what it's only for creatures? Yeah, okay, only for creatures. That's fine. That's perfectly good. Evan. Nathroi, Apex of Death. It's quite the title. This Mutate. It's a 5-mana, 5/5 Cat Nightmare Beast. Mutate for 5 mana. A lot of these Mutate cards would be a lot better if they just didn't have the Mutate mechanic on it. Death Touch, Lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, we need this thing to mutate. Return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. What is this doing? Excluding the Eldrazi Titans or something? Oh, it's total power. Okay, so you can't get everything back. You could bring back everything with 0 power. Imagine bringing back a bunch of clones. Attack of the, it could be a game or it could be Attack of the Clones. Courtesy of Nathroi, Apex of Death. All right, next, what do we got here? Old boy with Harness Infinity to Infinity and Beyond. When we see it, Nathroi using negative numbers for calculation is whack as hell. Oh yeah, was that true? How many negative power creatures are there in the game? I don't think many. Yeah, I don't think many. Harness Infinity, 7-mana instant. Exchange your hand in graveyard. Exile Harness Infinity. You know what? This is a little bit against the spirit of the show, but I'll accept it. You can exchange your hand of lands. Oh no, actually you can just have nothing in hand, right? Yeah, you can have nothing. Exchange what? In exchange, I will give you nothing, graveyard. In exchange, I want the entire graveyard. It's exactly how it would work around here. Dangerous one with a super chat. Lich Knight's Conquest. This is a 5-mana sorcery. Sacrifice any number of artifacts, enchantments, and/or tokens, and return that many creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. We're doing a classic exchange. We're going to the pawn shop. I'll exchange this one thing for that damn thing. This is how trading worked a long time ago. These days, you just sell cards to the store and then you buy whatever you want with money or credit that you got. There was once a time we traded cards, just like they're trading artifacts and enchantments for other stuff in the graveyard. Trading is a lost art these days. Rowan with Colfiner's Urn. Colfiner's Urn. Huh. 3-mana artifact. Whenever a creature with toughness 4 or greater is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you can exile it. Now, at the beginning of the end step, if there are 3 or more cards that have been exiled with this artifact, you may sacrifice it. If you do, return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. It's a storage card. We're storing them for later. Maybe for hibernation. You were waiting for next year. You never know when you need those creatures. Always the downside to these cards is, okay, if there's like 2 creatures, they'll blow it up. It's like, all right, we got to blow this thing up before it blows us up. Benjamin Berkey with Shallow Grave. How shallow are we talking about here? 2 mana. It's an instant. Put the top creature card from your graveyard into play as though it were just played. That creature is unaffected by summoning sickness. Remove the creature from the game at end of turn. Why are we playing? Why are you going to be playing cards that care about graveyard order? If anyone ordered their graveyard in a wonky way, would anyone even notice? I don't think so. I think this is like a card that it would be pretty easy to cheat with in casual Magic, because you could just put whatever the hell you want on the top of your graveyard. No one would know the difference. Or very few people will call you out on your graveyard order. You could even collude with someone. They're like, hey, can I look at you gotta have your friend who always looking at your graveyard and putting the best card on top. So many ways to cheat with this damn thing. Matthew Green says, first time notified. That's great. Okay, Michael Eng with Replenish. No, this is what I'm talking about. This is a 4-mana sorcery. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to play. A lot of people, I think, are very excited at the sight of this card. They think it's amazing, and then until they find out, oh my god, it's a reserved list card, which means it's money. It's big money. I think it's $100 or something. We got pandas here. God help is hard to dig up indeed. Sorry. Good help is hard to dig up indeed. That's correct. Jesus with Starfall Invocation. I gotta remember that line. It's for any graveyard card. Okay, Starfall Invocation, 5-mana sorcery. We can gift a card. Destroy all creatures. What, we're the ones destroying our own stuff? If the gift was promised, return a creature card put into your graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. What a crappy deal, though. We lost our whole board. We get 1 creature back. Oh well, that's how the cookie crumbles for some people. Little Deadfly, thank you very much for your super chat, Little Deadfly. Patriarch's Bidding. Patriarch's Bidding is a 5-mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of the type chosen this way from their graveyards to the battlefield. This reminds me, this is like the opposite of another card. There's another card that's like you choose a creature type and you bury all those creatures. I don't remember what it's called though. And this is just like the inverse of it. Oh, you buried all my creatures? Well, I don't even know what it would be in black. I don't know. Zombie? Vampire, maybe? Zombies come back from the graveyard. Anyway, okay, but I'll Patriarch's Bidding, and they're all back from the dead. Anyhow. Did we do Living Death? I think we did All Hallows Eve. Oh, Living Death is what I was thinking is Living End. Thank you very much, Georth. 5 mana sorcery. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyards, then sacrifices all creatures they control. Then they do the switcheroo and puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield. Step 1, exile all cards from your graveyard to exile. Step 2, sack everything in play. Then everything in exile, just splatter them on the board. Did you cut off the Super Mario World jingle, or was it always missing that last bit? I think it was always missing that last bit. Christopher B. with Roar of Reclamation. Don't I have a roar sound effect? The roar. Yeah, we do have a Roar of Reclamation. Don't I have like a... Oh, this is the closest I have to a roar. 7 mana sorcery. Each player returns all artifact cards from the graveyard to play. Well, it helps everyone else too. But we're gonna have more artifacts than they do, and they'll be better artifacts, and crazier artifacts, and cooler ones too. Next super chat we've got from Toads. Thank you very much, Toads, for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Drove 13 hours to get home for the show. 13 hours? You got here right on time. I would hate if I had to cancel or something, that you told me you drove 13 hours on time for the show and it didn't happen. But don't worry, it happened, because I always show up for the show. Hunting Voyage is off 6 mana sorcery. Choose a creature type. Return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. And if spell was foretold, return all creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield instead. We have Foretell of 7 mana. The good stuff costs. It costs good manas. Is this a real card? Revivify? It doesn't look like a card. Revivify. Looks like it should just be called Revive. 3 mana instant. Oh, we could be rolling dice around here. Back to the casino. Roll a d20 and add the number of creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. 1 to 14. Return all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn to your hand. Oh, or if it's 15 plus, if we get lucky, we return all the cards directly to the battlefield. And what the heck is going on with Scryfall and Card Market today? Scryfall is fine. I heard Card Market is a little glitched up. They'll figure it out. Card Market is premium. One of the best card stores on the face of the planet. I got a lot of cards from Card Market when I used to live in Europe for a little while. Me and Bruley. Relentless Dead. Wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. If you're relentlessly dead, then you should be dead. Should be called Relentless Alive. Or Relentless Undead. I think actually that is a massive flavor fail. 2 mana 2/2 with Menace. When Relentless Dead dies, you can pay a black. If you do, return it to its owner's hand. When it dies, you can pay X, and if you do, return another zombie creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Maybe you can like let them bounce off of each other, I suppose. That's something that can happen. We got what did I just see here? Here, Chris. I believe Chris was the inspiration for this show. Aftermath Analyst. Aftermath Analyst. I don't know if it's the first one, but it's definitely one of the most powerful, like, reanimate land cards in the game. 2 mana for a 1/3, enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, pay 4, sack it, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. You know, honestly, just looking at this card, it doesn't look that good to me. Ended up being an absolute powerhouse in multiple formats. I lived in Poland, actually, because I have family there. I had a dream of becoming a chess grandmaster. I failed. Now I'm here, where you can all enjoy me. We did replenish. It's been done. Who hasn't got a card yet? Yogman. Ascend from Avernus. Wherever that is. I guess it's this floating cloud land. White, X sorcery. Return all creature and planeswalker cards with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile, Ascend from Avernus. Return all creature and planeswalker cards with mana value X or less. That's great! That is great. Late game, you're basically returning everything. The whole shalog. How do they put the whole shabuga? Shalog. Okay, it's some non-word that I can't remember. Your second name does have an Eastern European tingle to it. Yeah, it does. It's a very hard Eastern European. So hard that no one can pronounce it in America. Arrow with Archangel Elspeth. Good old Elspeth. 4 mana for 4 loyalty Elspeth, I suppose. +1. Get a 1/1 white soldier token with lifelink. That sucks. But -2, you get 2 counters on target creature. And it becomes an angel. And it gains flying. Because what would an angel be without flying? But -6, return all non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Basically, you know what kind of angel this is? Could be considered a restoration angel, if I were to name one. Matthew Green, thank you very much for the super chat. Got to love the precons. The Colossal Grave something? Colossal Grave Reaver? What's with this weird character? Anyone else see it? It's an OBJ. Colossal Grave Reaver, 8 mana for a 7/6 dragon, flying. When this creature enters or attacks, mill 3 cards. But whenever one or more creature cards are put in your graveyard from your library, put one of them onto the battlefield. Okay, I'll allow this. Technically, this didn't revive any. Nothing died. There's no... I guess there's a lot of cards today. It's very theoretically nothing died. But this one explicitly says it has to be some card that came from your library to the graveyard to the battlefield. We got Pedgeman, Raise the Past. Based decks were kind of hot for a while in Standard. Lumra for lands. Okay, don't worry, we got this card. 4 mana, sorcery, return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. The common folk, they love cards like this. You know what? One thing people hate, they hate their lands getting blown up, but the second worst thing is they hate their creatures getting blown up. So any one card that will solve all their problems, bring everything back from the dead, instantly bought. They died before they were born. Yep. We're not gonna go there. This is a family-friendly show, Chris. We've got Marcio is what I was trying to click on. Mastermind's Acquisition. Ability to bring back stuff that has been exiled. What? 4 mana sorcery. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Choose a card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. No, this is not from exile. Exile, outside the game is different from removed from the game. Outside, I believe this is referencing your sideboard or any other card in your collection. Those are 2 different things. I actually don't think we can accept this card. This didn't return anything, and also it doesn't even put it on the board. It's a little too far, a little too distant from the point of the show. Search your library for a card, point your hand. It's just more tutor than anything. It's more of a tutor card. Okay, Almond is like Raise the Past. Is great in Hair Parent decks. Oh, you mean Rabbit decks? I mean, yeah, sure. That's true. Okay, Lewis. Luminous Broodmoth. It's the moth, right? I guess it says so in its name. Does it like lamps? 4 mana, 3/4, flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. It will be back. Islarf with Lisa. Forgotten Archangel. We have a 5 mana, 4/5 angel, flying lifelink. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So if your creature dies, you get it back to your hand. Your opponent's creature dies, it's more gone than forever. Forever. Well, maybe not the most forever or ever card. This is a card pandas or Arabella? We got a 2-mana 1/3 doll. Whenever it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life or X. Oh, is this? Oh, you're talking about like a card that you can reanimate with the what's it called? You're talking about cards to bring back with Raise the Past. Okay, the dam draws Blood on the Snow. That doesn't sound like a revival card. Not even close. Okay, 6 mana. Choose one. You can destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers. Then, return a creature or planeswalker card with convert mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast on this thing. We got Almond with a super chat. Thanks so much. Valkyrie's Call is really cool. Valkyrie's Call. What is a Valkyrie? Is it like an angel? Is that all it is? I've heard this name so many times. Some people are called Valkyrie. Okay, this is a 5-mana enchantment. Whenever a non-token, non-angel creature you control dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. It has flying and is an angel in addition to its other types. This is the staple. It died and went to heaven. Everything goes to heaven. Unless you're an angel, then I guess you're just dead. This is your second. Everything has 2 lives, and after that second life, it's game over. So make sure you don't die in your second angel life. Valkyries are Norse angels that bring the souls of warriors to Valhalla. All right, that's good to know. We got Grimmeve's Perenation. 6 mana sorcery. What is going on in this art? Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof counter and an indestructible counter on it. It ain't gonna die this time. Look, it might have died the first time because it was fleshy and weak, but this second time around, I made sure it was completely indestructible. This literally looks like a custom Magic the Gathering card. I really don't believe someone from Wizards R&D made this thing. They basically looked through the custom card Reddit subreddit, and this probably was hanging around there and they just copied it. All right, next up, we were gonna get Blank Page with a Shotala rule. How many rules are in this game? RUHL. Hopefully very few. There's a lot in other languages. Yoshodas? What am I looking for? This card does not exist. Okay, YSHTOLA. OLA. You spelled it wrong. It's RHUL. So look how sensitive Scryfall is. It's not Google, that's for sure. If I looked this up on Google, I would find the card instantly. 6 mana for a 3/5 cat druid at the B. Oh, it's one of the new Final Fantasy cards. Holy crap, and it's like $70. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then if it's the first end step of the turn, there's an additional end step after this turn. Not a revival card. Blink card. If you exiled from the graveyard, it would work. Yeah, waifu started. Cat waifu. Of all things. Drink up with Put Valor. Which one? None of these bring anything back. Okay, we need suggestions that actually bring stuff back. Cauldron of Souls. This sounds like a revival card. This sounds like it revives something. 5 mana artifact, tap, choose any number of target creatures. Each of those creatures gain persist until end of turn. It's very weak, but I'll allow it. It's on the fringes. It's like it's insurance just in case the thing dies. Okay, the Yoinker with Riveteer's Ascendancy. A 3-mana enchantment. Whenever you sack a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Do this only once each turn, though. So whenever you sack a creature, you may return Target creature card. Oh, it has to be something else. I was like, can't we just bring back the same thing? You have to get something a little bit smaller, and then a little bit smaller, and a little bit smaller. The big one, the big one stays dead. Next we've got... Ooh, I like this one, John Doe. Dusk/Dawn. Very underrated card. Because it does double duty. It can slice and dice. And by slice and dice, I mean it will blow everything up and then return everything back. If we can see it. Come on. There we go. They made a card Dusk to Dawn and another card called Dusk to Dawn. What the hell? It's almost like a revival card too. Dusk! Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Dawn. Return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. There we go. We call that value. Yogman asking, I love the super chats. I like this. Does Fall of the Thran count? Truth be told, when you super chat, it has a slightly higher chance of counting. Okay, 6 mana, destroy all lands at Chapter 1. Chapter 2, each player returns 2 land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield. Absolutely, that counts. Seems like very poor revival, though, unless you started off with not so many lands. Each player returns 2 land cards, so you probably lost 4 or more casting this card, and then you're going to get like 4 back over the next 2 turns. Cabri, has Faith's Reward already appeared? Nope. Faith's Reward. You shall be rewarded. 4 mana instant, return to the battlefield all permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return to the battlefield all... This looks like it should be a bomb. Like, why do, like, so many people play so many different cards? Oh, it's because it has to be this turn, so you always have to have it up. Whereas most people, they just want to, like, top deck a card 10 turns later. That will help bring everything back. Yeah, that's the difference. I would figure more people would play this card, though. Karch! The Cruelty of Gix. I wonder if Gix has a card. The Love of Gix. The very lovingly affection of Gix. Gix's warmth. Gix's care. This one's the Cruelty. 5 mana, Chapter 1. Oh, it has read ahead, so you can skip the chapters. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a creature or planeswalker. They discard it. Chapter 2, search your library for a card. You get it, lose 3 life. Chapter 3, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That definitely works. Okay, Sheelan has a request. It's Shieldred. The OG, not the Apocalypse. And it's got to be the backside. Oh, you want... Okay, there's a Shieldred. There it is. And it's one that has a backside. It's the True Scriptures. Not to be mistaken with the Ancient Scriptures. Gix's Caress exists. Yeah, that's sort of like what I'm talking about. Gix's Caress is the closest thing to affection he's ever shown. It's not bad. I might like Gix's Caress. I'll take it. Now, everyone needs a caress. Okay, Chapter 1, for each opponent, destroy up to 1 creature or planeswalker. Chapter 2, each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards. Then in Chapter 3, you put all creature cards from all graveyards, all of them, you say, onto the battlefield under your control. Exile the True Scriptures and return to the battlefield. Back to the Shieldred, of course. Okay, we're going to look at more cards that revive your board, but let me tell you where you can find them from. We got to take a little quick break to thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to buy my board revival cards, if I ever needed to, which I don't, because when my stuff dies, I don't mind that it's completely dead. But some people are offended that they lost their board, and that's why you have to get your cards at FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week, 20% off all binders and portfolios for whatever you need. Honestly, I'm moving from binders to boxes. It's a little... binders are great for collections. Not so great when I need to build decks and looking for cards and organizing cards. It's a little awkward for me. But you know what? When I do have binders for my collections, and I get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. And you know you can support the channel. Use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format you want to play. don't on Magic Online. Renting is good when you want to play as many decks as possible. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or get 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_C1Z. And back to board revival cards. We got super chats galore. Almond with the promise of tomorrow. You do, huh? Do you promise tomorrow, Almond? 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile it. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no creatures, sack the promise of tomorrow and return all cards exiled with it to the battlefield under your control. Finally, exile revival. We were talking about that earlier. And it exists. Bell. Has second sun. No, we didn't do second sunrise. Card's banned in modern. Is it banned in modern? I think it's yeah, it's banned in modern. Wonder if we can unban this card. Probably doesn't do anything anymore. 3-mana. Oh, if it is an instant though. Each player returns to play all artifact creatures and enchantments and land cards that were put into their graveyard from play this turn. I can imagine you go like crack fetch land, second sunrise. That's value. Although I don't think decks playing this card is gonna try to abuse the fetch lands all that much. Next super chat coming from Toes, the Splendid Reclamation. Incredibly splendid. Is it called Splendid Reclamation? I'm pretty sure you're right. Splendid. Oh no, I put Splendid. Okay, I'm just spelling this wrong because I'm an idiot. 4-mana sorcery. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Oh, a card like this already exists. So this was the sorcery version of the Aftermath Analyst. I didn't know. So it was the prequel. And it was popular, apparently. So this card has been... There's a lot of copies out there, and they're all like $4. So I take that it's pretty popular. Eggs was probably too slow after the first Modern Horizon set. Probably, but it's still hell if it ever becomes a thing again. We got Kano with a Metamorphosis Fanatic. Metamorphosis. The Fanatic. 6 mana. Oh wait, this got a miracle. 4/4 lifelink. When it enters, return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. Or you can miracle it onto the board for 2 mana. That's a good deal too. Just no card yet. The Saga side of Vorinclex. Basically, the other half of these double-sided cards, they bring stuff back. Okay, it's called the Grand Evolution. Sounds like something Victor would say from League of Legends. I'm actually getting deep. I'm going deep into the lore of that game. I might end up playing it. Chapter 1. Mill 10 cards. Put up to 2 creature cards from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. Chapter 2. Distribute 7 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. I think the first part was put up to 2 creature cards from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. Yeah, basically this. But then chapter 3, until end of turn, creatures control gain pay 1. This creature fights target creature you don't control, then you exile and return it. Fascinating. Okay, drink up, nerds. Put Valkyrie's Call in a dog deck, so all dogs go to heaven. Is what I. Oh my god! Let's get back to Valkyrie's Call in a dog deck. So what? They're all going to become angels. Valkyrie. There we go. Valkyrie's Call. So we already looked at this card, but there's a combo. If you have a bunch of dogs in your deck, whenever they die, they come back as an angel, and then I guess they all go to heaven. You lost me? No, I'm not going anywhere. Look. Oh, you talking about the League of Legends thing? I'm always going to be playing Magic. I have tiers of games. Right now is Magic. Second one is chess. And the third, I always have some video game in the background that I go to every once in a while. It was like Pokemon Sun and Moon. And now I think I might move to League of Legends. A Blackbird. Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Magic number 1. I just got to make it look like that. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. Not so glorious of a suggestion. Yadora from Lesthian. The Grave Gardener. What's there to garden in the graves? 5 mana for a 5/5 Tree Folk Druid. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you can return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. You may return. That's great. Oh no, hold on. It just turned. Well, that's not bad. So it's weird revival. You need like a card that is going to like flip everything over to get your card back. It's basically it's a face down forest for the most part. Next up, okay, Matthew Green says, since my last card was, something dud, Sinister Waltz. What's with this weird OBJ character? 5 mana sorcery, the Sinister Waltz. Choose 3 target creature cards in your graveyard. Return 2 of them at random to the battlefield and put the other on the bottom of your library. Curious. Very, very curious. 2 is better than none, I guess, though. We got Bulky. Dance of the Manse. That's right. Blue-white X. Return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards, each with mana value X or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. I actually think cards like this are great. You can return like a bunch of junk, or good stuff, but then they can turn into an army as well. Huge army. Yeah, big army over here. What have we not done yet? Yes, don't fall into the league trap. It took me long enough to get out of that. Oh, don't worry. They're going to be trapped with me. I'm not going to be trapped with them. Okay, Stan will return to Earth. Oh, we need a 1 mana instant. Choose up to 3 target cards in graveyards. The owners of those cards shuffle them into their libraries. What the hell is this? This is weak. You don't even get it in your hand. This is like the weakest revival. I mean, you're like sort of right, but this is like really poor. This is like F tier revival level card. An F tier revival level card. We still have to draw those cards again. We have to draw it all over again. Grim-Eves, All Hallows Eve. We did that one already. Sorry about that, Grim-Eves. If you have another card, let me know. I'll keep an eye out for you. Otherwise, I'm going to donate the super chat to Felicia with Yuna, Hope of Spyra. Yuna. Are my lowercase a's coming through a weird? Yeah, they are weird. They're weird as hell. 5 mana for a 3/5 human cleric. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have trample, lifelink, and ward 2. This is sick. At the beginning of your end step. This is a new Final Fantasy card. Brand spanking new. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Great card. Very, very cool. Joe with Rhea Dawnbringer. She brings something back? I don't remember that. 9 mana for a 4/6 flyer. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I think I'm thinking of another Dawnbringer. Yeah, absolutely, that works. It's a beautiful card to see. A Blackbird wants to get in on the show. Rise of the Dark Realms. Anyone else not to get a card yet? We have 9 mana. Put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. This card is a huge power move. late game, you know, after a 2-hour game and you top deck Rise of the Dark Realms, you know, it's everyone knows it's over. No one has Graveyard Hate. Who the hell would bring Graveyard Hate to a EDH fight? I think we did Lifeline, the big squig. Lifeline was done. You were thinking of Lyra Dawn. I probably was, old boy. I think I was. We have a bunch of people with no 2 cards. I guess we go to no 2 cards now. Bell with a Balthor the Defiled. The crap is pants or something. 4 mana for a 2/2. All minions get +1/+1. Triple black. Remove Balthor the Defiled from the game. Each player returns all black and red creature cards from their graveyard to play. The only problem is it might backfire and hit your opponents as well. Godzilla says, all hail and donate to King Nikachu. Thank you very much, Godzilla. And with that, we're going to donate that super chat to Benjamin Berkey with Pyrrhic Revival. Pyrrhic Revival. What the hell casting cost is this? Oh, you can... Okay, it's just 3 Orzhov, 3 generic sorcery. Each player returns each creature card in the graveyard to play with a -1/-1 counter on it. It's like Persist. Oh, no, it is. This is the Persist set, actually. Persist existed back then. This is a really sweet image, actually. I think this is great. Look, this is like a pile of dead bodies, and they're about to be sucked from hell back to life. They're all getting a second chance. You don't have a card yet, Big Squig? Did we do Funeral Room? Nope. The Big Squig. What is a Big Squig? Never thought about that. Funeral Room. 3 mana for a room. Whenever a creature controlled dies, each opponent loses life and you gain a life. Awakening Hall. Well, that's not good. You're supposed to stay dead. Imagine go to a funeral and the body starts walking around. 8 mana. When you unlock this door, return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's great. Actually, it's 8 mana. It's still good. Well, here's the thing. You just use Funeral Room. Start with Funeral Room. Comes with a free Awakening Hall. I use this art for my custom card. Oh, you mean this one? The Pyrrhic Revival? It's a good one. It's a nice one. Okay, Grimms wants their super chat back. I wasted my super chat. Return of the Night Stalkers. Seven mana sorcery. Return. Oh yeah, return all the Night Stalker cards from your graveyard to play. Then you destroy all your swamps. Ugh. Does they destroy all swamps? No, just all the swamps we control. That's a crappy deal. But we're gonna get all the Night Stalkers back. That's what's important. Zach, breach the multiverse. 7 mana sorcery. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. I'm the bad guy now. Look at me. I'm the Phyrexian now. Actually, I probably was the Phyrexian the entire time. Actually, a danger. Is this a card? Oops. Bailout. Oh, an arena card. Instant for a black. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, you can overload it too. So you can get... Oh, you can do it to all your creatures. And it's instant... Actually, what's wrong with this card? This is an arena card that could be a real card. 100%. There's nothing wrong with this. And I think a lot of people would play this card too. I think it could be big. It could be bigger than big. Hexenor, push the limit. Push it to the limit. 7 mana sorcery. Return all mountain vehicle cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sack them. Vehicles you control become artifact creatures until end of turn. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. We're not even keeping them for very long. An awful revival card. Next up, blank page with Artisan Kozilek. Well, that's the Eldrazi that gets you a artisan. Oh, it's artisan. Artisan Kozilek. Well, I'm just going to look up all the Kozilek cards. I know you're talking about. Oh, it's the Artisan of Kozilek. That's how picky Scryfall is. 9 mana for a 10/9. When you cast the spell, you can return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Can't be any of the big Eldrazi Titans, because they gotta shuffle themselves back into the deck, though. Squig means something irregular, wavy, or crooked. Oh, that's good to know. And it's big. It's big crooked. So the big squig is big crooked, is what you're trying to tell me. Doesn't sound good. Arrow with Athreos, the Shroud Veiled. 6 mana for a 4/7. God. Indestructible as long as your devotion to white and black is less than 7. Athreos isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, put a coin counter on another target creature. Whenever a creature with a coin counter on it dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Beautiful. Must have made a spelling error. Scryfall isn't that picky. Oh yeah, if you miss a word in between, it's usually pretty picky. They hate that. Bryce, rescued from the underworld. Was that when Elspeth got rescued? It's in the art, right? Not sure how good it is. Well, we saw a lot of stinkers today. Rescued from... Okay, we sort of found... rescue from the underworld. Oh, you said that, though. I'm an idiot. 5 mana instant. As an additional cost to cast Rescue from the Underworld, sack a creature. And choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card and the sacrifice card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile. Rescue from the Underworld. What a weird Reanimator card. It's like they tried really hard to make the flavor work. It's all flavor. Bridge from Below technically doesn't revive anything. It's just a bunch of triggers. It actually brings no cards back. It's a hassle. Don't get me wrong. It's a good card. It's a good card in the graveyard. I believe we did Shield. Did we do Whispering one? Shield, Dread, Wisp. Maybe we didn't do Whispering one. Okay, Swamp Walk at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacks a creature. We get our creatures, you lose your creatures. I'm sorry, that's how it works around here. This card looks insane. I mean, it's borderline broken, actually. I would say it's more dangerous than, what's it called? At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. It seems more dangerous than Braids. Because you get stuff back. Argentina, welcome to the show. Because I just joined. I can see that. Debtors. Nell. This is 7 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It might be slow, but it's going to work out. And you get anybody's card. Not even... You're not even reviving your board, necessarily. You could be reviving somebody else's board. Did you all look at... No, we actually didn't do Unburial Rites. The Unburial... What was it? Unburial... What's it called? Unburial Rites? Unburial something. Oh, Rites. R-I-T-E-S. 5 mana sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. But you know what? That's not all. We got it. It's 2 for 2. It's 2 for 1 Tuesday, and we got flashback for 4 mana. Derek C. with Tune Up is good, but have you looked at Push the Limit? Didn't we just look at this card? We did this card already, unfortunately. Not that it's a bad card. It's a great card. It's a lovely card. We just did it already. Felicia with Smile of Death. It's good to go out with a smile. 5-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. I have a feeling some people are avoiding some of the more obvious ones. Isn't there like, did we not do like Return to the Ranks yet? I swear we haven't done that one yet. Okay, Bubble T wants to get in on the show. Hell's Caretaker. Trying to get in on this show. Let's come on. We got to get in on this show. 4 mana, 1/1. Tap, sack a creature. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. What a weird time to do that. Okay, it checks out. John's in the house. Cauldron of Souls. Oh, we did that one already. Sorry about that. Beamtown Bullies is reanimate. You want? Is it? Target opponent whose turn is it puts target non-legendary card from your graveyard on the battlefield. Okay. It gains haste. Goat it. At the beginning of it doesn't really revive it for you, but it revives. Can I say? Okay, Steve Cooper gonna remind us. Return to the ranks. I don't think we did this one today. Yeah, I don't think anyone mentioned it because it's. I think it's because it's so obvious. No one wanted to touch it. The white X sorcery with Convoke. Return X target creature cards from with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is like the quintessential board revival card. Oh, okay. Well, Archangel. We did Archangel Elspeth. You were there, Christopher B. Oh boy, with Death or Glory. 5 mana sorcery. Separate all creature cards in your graveyard into 2 face-up piles. Remove the pile of an opponent's choice from the game, and return the other to play. A beautiful card. I haven't heard of it until you mentioned it. You never heard of this card? I thought this is the ultimate Timmy card. People love this card. They loved it in Standard when it was legal. It's the custom card crew used to make a card called Return from the Your Rank. Okay. Okay, who was I trying to click on earlier? Chris, Resurgent Belief. What do we believe? Except a miserable pile of secrets. Oh, it's a 0 mana suspend card. And by 0 mana, I mean it has no mana cost, so don't even try to cast it. Suspend for 2. Sorry, it has suspend 2 for 2 mana. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. It is replenish at home. But you know what? $100 is a lot of money. This one's 65 cents. It's better. Toads with Muldrotha. We've got 6 mana for a 6/6. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. This is more Snapcaster Mage than anything else. You may play a. Oh no, but you can play the lands. Okay, you got it. You got it on technicality of the lands. In an enchantment creature deck, it would rock. Absolutely. Well, yeah, this card. Or replenish any of those cards. Toilet Duck. Liliana the Necromancer. To be fair, I think like all the Lilianas has a reanimate sort of strategy or synergy. 5 mana for a 4 loyalty Liliana. +1, target player loses 2 life. -1, return only a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. But then -7, destroy 2 target creatures. Then put up to 2 target creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. See, when you're dead, you can never resist Liliana. Some say the living can't resist her either. I think we looked at Necromancy. No, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't do Necromancy. Lyris of the Band Den. Okay, we'll look at Lyris. 3 mana enchantment. You can cast Necromancy as though it had Flash. I didn't know it had Flash. Why don't they just say it has Flash? If you cast it anytime a sorcery couldn't have been cast? What? The controller of the permanent, it becomes sacrifices it at the beginning of the next cleanup step. When Necromancy enters the battlefield, if it's on the battlefield, it becomes an aura. with enchant creature put onto the battlefield with necromancy. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control and attach necromancy to it. When necromancy leaves the battlefield, that creature controller sacrifices it. Holy crap. I don't even know. I don't know what this card does, but we're going to say it works. Okay, we have a few people for Luris. Luris of the Band Den. It might be the first card to get banned in Vintage. I mean, it was banned. Whoops, I'm literally looking up Luris of the Band. Okay, Luris of the Dream Den. 3 mana for a 3/2. Companion. Each permanent card in your starting deck has converted mana cost 2 or less. Lifelink. During each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So the deal with Luris, you can get like Black Lotus immediately in Vintage. So there's a chance. It was banned in Vintage, then they unbanned it after they changed the companion mechanics so that you have to pay 3 to put in your hand. But there's still a chance it's going to get banned again. There is a chance. Okay, Benovsky coming in just. Your avatar is Dark Magician Girl. I just saw Yugi play that card today. I was watching Battle City. Grimoire of the Damned. It's a 4-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap, discard a card. Put a study counter on Grimoire of the Dead. Oh, sorry, it's not of the Damned. It's of the Dead. Tap, remove 3 study counters from Grimoire of the Dead and sack it. Put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. They're black zombies in addition to their other colors and types. Great card. Is there a reverse Shatterstorm? Probably. Leo pointing at the TV. Yeah, it's Benovsky. Something like that. Less than Triumphant Reckoning. Triumphant. Why would Meat Hook? Oh, I don't know what the second Meat Hook Massacre does. Maybe it reanimates. 9 mana. Return all artifact, enchantment, and planeswalker cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. There we go. You got that's your reverse Shatterstorm. Instead of destroying all the artifacts, they're all brought back. Wait until Nikachu watches JoJo and realizes Kano D Oda is Dio. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know the reference. I'm so uncultured. It took me like 3 years to find out this is Dark Magician Girl. That's how slow I am. Tresaru, Chainer, Nightmare Adept. 4 mana 3/2 human minion. Discard a card. You may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. Activate only once each turn. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains haste until your next turn. Oh, we have a super chat here. I used 40 Tempest Hawks with Raise the Past. Can we do this one? Can we look at? Is this the 3rd time I'm looking this card up today? Used 40 Tempest Hawks. Raise the Past. We keep bringing up the past. Is it called Raise the Past? It's choking on this card. So this guy's from we got timed out. We got errors. Give me this damn card. There we go. Return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less. Yeah, we did this card already. You got sniped again. We didn't get sniped. I mean, you just didn't know we did it already. Okay, what have we? I feel like Guess That Avatar kind of show could be pretty entertaining. Well, not to people who aren't like deeply invested in this show. Is there Hexenor Wake the Past? Raise the past, wake the past, kick the past, forget the past. Okay, 7 mana sorcery. Return all artifact cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. There we go. This is the true. What's it called? This is the true the reverse Shadowstorm or inverted Shadowstorm. Do you remember what my avatar is from? Spine Swine. Is that like some no text? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. It's an AI generated card. It was like owl or something. It had like, I think it had a 1-word It was like a one-word card, and it was nonsensical, if I remember correctly, which I remember very, very, very poorly. Hasty artifact. Yes, very, very hasty artifacts. Let's swine, change the text on cards. Oh, I completely bricked on that one. The big squig, mimeoplasm, the revered one. This is a very colorful card. Mimeoplasm got a sequel. 3 mana and X for 0/0. Enters, exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it for each creature card exiled this way. Pay 2. Mimeoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled with it, except it's a 0/0 and has this ability. It enters with... This doesn't revive anything, actually. Becomes a copy of target creature card. It's not this. It's not bringing the card back. It's not quite the same thing. It's not the same. Not quite the same. Okay, we're gonna give the super chat. There was a super chat. Give it to Coffin. Coffin Queen, no 2 cards yet. Hold on. Oh, that's the card you want. I'm supposed to put the no 2 cards yet at the front. 3 mana for a 1/1. You may choose not to untap your Coffin Queen. Pay 3, tap, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When Coffin Queen becomes untapped, you lose. You lose the control of Coffin Queen. Exile that creature. Okay, Dakon wants hack on. Hack on. Got to give it that hack on toi. Okay, 3 mana for a 3/3. Scourge from your grave. Okay, you may cast hack on from your graveyard, but not from anywhere else. And as long as hack on is on the battlefield, you may cast night spells from your graveyard. And when Hack-On dies, you lose 2 life. I think that's a sweet way to end the show right there. That was a sweet card. And, well, I think this was a great show. We did great. We're mostly on topic. We saw a lot of unique cards. And if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show. And of course, if you super chat so other people are part of the show. Even if your super chats get disqualified, or we already did them already, they go to somebody. They can go to people like Kano or Old Boy, the Big Squig, Bob Talks Bridge, Bell, Benovsky, Arrow, Toads, Matthew Green, Christopher B, and many more. Well, we have Lil Deadfly, Argentina, Benjamin Berkey, Steve Cooper, and of course many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.